friends, I wanted to hop on and do a quick little video with tips and tricks on how to get more out of your products, your skincare products specifically. Now, I'm going to demonstrate what I do with my Rodan Fields products, but these tips are going to apply to any products you happen to have laying at home. So as long as the bottles are similar to how our bottles are designed, it should work. So I'm going to basically start by showing you a few tips for the various products that I have in front of me. So let's go one by one. Cleanser. This is a typical size of our Rodan Fields reverse cleanser. It comes in redefined. Reverse is for brightening, discoloration. Redefined is for anti-aging wrinkles primarily. So notice they would have been the same size. This typically will last about 2 months when used correctly twice a day for best results. And what I've done here is, as you can tell, I continued to cut as we got lower in the product volume. And just this morning I cut it one more time. Now I want you to look inside. It looks pretty empty, correct? However, if you look all the way down there, if you check the sides, I even had a little sliver of the side cut out where you can kind of scoop it out of the sides of the cutout. This will still last me another 3 days or so of use. And so why not, right? Why throw out premium skincare that is super effective? I don't want to. So cleanser trick. Okay, what's next? Then I've got a gauze pad trick. Now, what do we use our gauze pads for? We use gauze pads for toner. Again, this is the toner from the reverse line. You can tell because it's orange. We have toners with all of our skincare lines for wrinkles and sun damage, acne, sensitive skin. So there's different toners out there. Some of them brighten your complexion. Some of them help minimize the size of your pores, helps with anti-aging. Some of them will help with the acne process. And so the gauze pads normally come folded over, and they do work great that way, probably, frankly, best. That said, I also find if I cut them in half, they still seem to work very well, and my gauze pads will last twice as long, right? So the pack of about $11 or $13 will last you twice as long. So gauze pads. And the reason I like gauze pads over cotton balls, by the way, cotton balls tend to soak up more of the toner, and you'll go through your expensive toner a lot faster. Gauze pads also have an inherent quality of being more exfoliating. So kind of a double whammy there. Lash boost. What was the tip I wanted to pull out? Remembering when to use it. So the one complaint I ever get about lash boost is I keep forgetting to use it. So here's some tips and tricks about lash boost. So first of all, I've got lash boost containers all over the place because I also keep them and kind of use them for displays around the house, or have them in case I have a salon partner or somebody that want to put it up display. So then whenever there's a new tube, I stick something, tape or a marker or something to indicate that it's the newer one. And then what I end up doing is I typically will put my lash boost, I'm looking in the corner because I'm seeing my toothbrush, the little thing that holds my toothbrush. I put it in there, or if you are like, oh, I just move right by it, no worries. You can do a couple other things. You could actually rest it on the top of your sink. What do I mean by that? Literally put it here and leave it there, because when you go to use your sink before the end of the night, you're gonna see it and be like, what's that doing there? So basically my point is, put it somewhere where it's in the way of whatever you need to do before bed. Worst case scenario, put it on your pillow. If you know that there isn't somebody in your home that's gonna move it before you go to bed, put it on your pillow, because when you go to sleep, you're gonna have to touch it. When you touch it, you'll be like, oh, let me use it. And then you can go ahead and use it, take seconds, put it back wherever you want it, make sure the next day at some point you put it back on the pillow. So those are all little tips. You could also set an alarm, but if you're not by your lash boost, it's too easy to swipe away the alarm and it doesn't end up working. Okay, what's next? Our lip serum. So the Rodan Fields lip serum, these little capsules, look how teeny weeny they are. So small. Seems like one capsule is all you need for your whole lips, right? So first of all, notice there's a little bubble at the top too. You want to push that and really get the product out of there, because I don't want to waste any of this gold. So then I don't pull, I don't twist, because when I twist, I've actually accidentally squirted it out and wasted. Instead, what I do is I just pinch down with my teeth. Hit. There it is. There's no product left in this little guy because I squeegeed it all out. And then what's left in this tiny little tube, believe it or not, will last you about 2 uses. So, hang on. That's it. And this lip serum here is our lip renewing serum, helps with the anti-aging process on the lips. So lip wrinkles and moisturizing. And then we recently released our lip oils with Rodan Fields specifically, and those are fantastic. They plump, they tint, they hydrate, they provide sun protection, they're great. Okay, then down to our last two I'm gonna show you. The Rodan Fields eye cream. This is the multifunction eye cream. I have it sideways on my counter because I actually find it is so much easier to get out that way. So normally we would have our creams and we would have them down and all the product would be at the bottom. And then I have longer nails. I tend to get my nails done. So then I go to like get some out and half of it ends up under my nail. And I'm like, oh, this is not, A, it's probably not very hygienic, and B, it's not effective for getting it on my face where I want it, right? So instead, when I rest it on that side, now look how easy this is to get out. So I literally put my finger in right there. All of it ends up on the pad of my fingers. And I very gently, I used to tap and I used to train to tap, and I've heard that's the best way to do it. I put a little too much on. But I also find if I'm just really, really gentle here and I glide it in under the eye, and then I also make sure that I use my Bright Eye Complex, which is like a serum eye cream, comes right out of a tube, so there's no real trick there. It really hydrates under the eye, helps with the appearance of puffiness, signs of aging, crow's feet, things like that. So that's that. Finally, the dry shampoo. Oh my gosh, I never knew how amazing this was. I didn't understand why people use dry shampoo, to be honest. I thought it was for people that don't wash their hair regularly, but I do. So I was like, oh, I don't really need that. But I took my dry shampoo to Mexico recently, where my hair is normally just a wild mess because of the humidity. And I kid you not, the very first time I was like, well, I brought dry shampoo. I don't know what it does. Might as well use it. I don't feel like washing my hair right now because it's so humid and sticky and yucky. I just want to get to dinner. So I thought, let me play with this dry shampoo. And it was amazing. Number one, it does not leave a residue, which I hear from a lot of folks that dry shampoos typically do. And so my tip on this is that it's amazing for places with humidity, especially to manage your hair. My hair looked so silky. It felt incredibly soft every time I used it for hours. That entire trip, almost all my pictures look great, which is unheard of when I'm in Mexico because my hair is always out to here and it looks dry and gross. So before we end, let's just apply a little bit of this and see what it does real time, huh? Notice how it immediately adds a little bit of poof. Of course, it helps it uplifting my hair while we're at it. And do you see how there is no residue? Nothing. Clean, clear, soft, fluffy, ready to go for the day. Thanks for watching. Hope you found something helpful.